Hello! Good day everyone, this is Angelica from BSIT 2-2. So for today's video, we will gonna discuss 4 topics. The first topic is how HTTP and web server works. The second one is how markup language different from programming language. The third one is what are the respective roles of the elements of web services. And then the last one is what happens if there are no set web standards. So let's find out. Let's get started. We all know that HTTP is the most used internet protocol in the world, and this HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTP is an application layer protocol that allows web-based application to communicate and exchange data. It is also a TCP/IP-based protocol used to deliver contents, for example, images, videos, audios, documents, and many more. HTTP is a connectionless protocol that can deliver any data, for it was mainly designed to fetch HTML documents. Let's just say that HTTP serves as the messenger of the web. Web server refers to both hardware and software working together for information sharing. Its primary function is to store, process, and deliver web pages to clients. In order for us to understand more about how HTTP and web server works, let's go proceed to the request-response cycle. It is called request-response cycle because the web is a cycle of requests and responses that flow between clients and servers. In this cycle, there are 2 computers. The client computer is a piece of computer hardware or software that accesses a service made available by a server, while server computer is a computer program or the device that provides functionality for other programs or devices that is called clients. These 2 computers that communicate via the HTTP must speak the HTTP protocol. If a person wants to visit a website, he opens his browser and will put URL. For example, www.website.com. This will serve as a message request sent by the client. Once the connection is established, the 2 computers will then disconnect. Once the response was ready, the connection re-established and the server will send the web page it should display. After the response, the connection of client and server across the internet is disconnected. So that's how HTTP and web server work together. So now let's proceed to the next topic, which is I will differentiate the markup language from programming language. So markup language is a system annotating a document in a way that is syntactically distinguishable text. It is interpreted by a browse and it is used to present information. Examples, the HTML, XML, and XHTML. While a programming language is a formal language which comprises a set of instructions to produce various kinds of outputs. It is compiled by a compiler and interpreted by an interpreter. This is used to give instructions to a computer to perform a particular task. Examples, the C++, C, Python, and PHP. Web services is any piece of software that make itself available over the internet. Web services are self-contained, modular, distributed, and dynamic application. There are 3 elements of web services. The first one is the SOAP or Simple Object Access Protocol. It is a communication protocol that communicates between applications. It can run on any operating system. It describes how to encode an HTTP header and an XML file to make communication between two computers. It is a platform and a language independent. It has a benefit to allow server firewalls. The second one is the WSDL. WSDL stands for Web Services Description Language. It is an XML-based language written in XML. It is used for describing the web services and the process of accessing it. It is an integral part of UDDI that facilitates businesses to be listed themselves and their services on the internet. It navigates for individuals and other business to access the service. Third, UDDI. It stands for Universal Description, Discovery, and Integration. It is an open framework and platform independent. It is seen with SOAP and WSDL as one of the three foundation standards of web services. It uses WSDL to describe interfaces to web services. It is a specification for a distributed registry of web services. So now let's move on to the question, what happens if there are no set web standards? It is important to use web standards automatically makes every page you build genuinely cross-browser and cross-platform. Web standards ensure that the web works equally well for everyone, regardless of their locations or technology. Now, just try to imagine if there are no set web standards. It is a total mess.